Hey, namaskar everyone. How are ya? I hope everybody's doing fantastic. Listen, if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by and checking it out. I hope you'll subscribe. I hope you'll like the video. And if you're already a subscriber and you watch my videos, thanks for the support. You know I appreciate it. You guessed it. It's Adventure Day. And funny enough, we're back in Mill Creek Park. And why not? I told you it's the biggest metro park in the United States, so there's a lot to see and a lot to talk about. So we know where this adventure is going to take place, but what's it going to be? What's the adventure going to be about today? Well, let me read you something. I want to read you something from this book, and it will give you, I guess it'll give the opening to our adventure today and what it's going to be. First things first, if you're looking for a good local history book about Mill Creek Park, not about Youngstown, Ohio, but about Mill Creek Park in general, this is the book that you want to get. The Green Cathedral. The author is John Melnick, Dr. John Melnick. This is the book you want to read if you're interested in Mill Creek Park. It breaks down all the history by the areas in the park. Only book you need about Mill Creek Park. I'm telling you, you won't put it down once you pick it up and start reading. But let me read you a paragraph and we'll get started on the adventure. But this is the basis of what our adventure is going to be about today. Okay. Once as a young boy hiking in the Bear's Den, it was decided to climb up the sides of huge boulders. After several of these conquered, an attempt was made on a very high boulder measuring over 25 feet in height. By use of small hollows in the rock for steps and grasping places, success was achieved. About 3/4 of the height, when additional footing was lacking, no progress could be made either up or down. In a state of apprehension, help from his friends saved the day. A human chain was dropped from the top of the boulder to rescue the author. That's right, that was the author of the book. The chain was made up of William Boyd, Charles Connors, Charles Panning, Bob Baker, Joey Baker, and Jack Daugherty. So, by the sounds of that, it sounds like we may be walking through a place where people climb boulders and rocks. We might even climb some ourselves. Who knows? We'll see how my bones feel when we get there. So, we know we're in Mill Creek Park. We know we're in Youngstown, Ohio, and now we know we are in the Bear's Den area of Mill Creek Park. If you watch some of my other videos, like the Pioneer Pavilion, we were at the oldest building in the Mill Creek Park. Today we are in the most western part of the park, except for parts of the golf course. Some parts of the golf course are more west, but that's on the other side. This I consider the most western part of Mill Creek Park. You look behind me there, I guess we'll just start off right here. That would be the Bear's Den cabin, and that was built in 1931. Again, I cannot get inside it. You can rent these pavilions. And this one here, it's just a basic pavilion. It's a basic one-room area inside. There's a kitchen inside. There's no bathrooms. Actually, if you look over there, there's a bathroom there, and there's a bathroom across the street. So if you rent this, that's where you're gonna go. This was lit by lantern until 1963. So that actually wasn't that long ago. I don't think so. 1963, it seems like it was yesterday. I wasn't born, but I'm talking, you know, history-wise. That was, you know, yesterday. So yeah, Bear's Den cabin. How cool is that? I might as well walk around it. And I believe there's 2 chimneys in it. But yeah, I always like the stonework, and you can see what I tell you when you watch any of my Mill Creek Park videos. Look at these sandstone. Look at the stone. You see those marks on it. Those are hand cut markings. See, you can rent it, and when you're done, drop your key. And that actually is where we are going to do our adventure today. That is the Bear's Den area back there where we're gonna walk. So let's get to the other side over here, and we'll start that adventure, huh? So Bear's Den, why do you think they called it Bear's Den? See, there's a bunch of stuff we can talk about in this area here. There's a few different things we can get to on it. Bear's Den, the whole reason they called it Bear's Den is because back in we'll say the olden days, bears used to roam through here. You might even probably caught mountain lions back here in the day, but bears were frequently seen in this area. And it's kind of weird to think of now because this is actually like the west side of Youngstown. And still to this day, you'll get calls and sightings about bears in the area. Black bears, of course, you're not going to see no Kodiak or anything like that, but yeah, you can see the occasional bear around here. Now that being said, people freak out when they do. Now, I don't know if everybody knows, but I'm big into animal conservation. And when people freak out and they want the bears removed, I mean, I get the safety of it, but we are a destructive race. And when you cut down the homes for animals, where do you want them to go? Where do you expect them to go? So, but I'm not going to get too involved in that topic, because then I'll just start getting louder and louder, and then I'll just want to stop because I'll get angry. But seriously, we cut their homes down and we destroy their homes. Where do you want them to go? So when I see wildlife, I take it all in. I love being around it. There's the back side of Bear's Den cabin. Yeah, look at this area. How cool is that? Now I wonder where the author was climbing. Where do you think he was climbing at in that little paragraph that I read to you? Yeah, look at that little cave right there, it seems like. I like that one. It looks like it's balancing over there. Ooh, look at that. How awesome is that? Wow. Yeah, we'll go down there and take a walk. Now, looking at this area, you would think that glaciers would have done it, right? And if you watch some of my other videos where I was further north in Ohio, some of that area that I did videos on, glaciers actually did create those designs in nature. This, however, was not created by glaciers. This was created by water, which I don't know if we can see it or not. Let me get over here. I think if you see the water down there, right? Yeah, there we go. That is Bear Creek down there. Now, back in the day, that was probably a little bigger, a little deeper, a little faster. So what happened is that creek came all through here. Now, this isn't just this area, okay? This goes down that way and over, but this is where we're talking about right here. behind Bear's Den cabin. But Bear Creek came through here. That water eroded. Gotta watch my step. That water eroded a lot of the sandstone and the earth, and it made these rocks and these boulders kind of play their own game of Jenga, if you will. So basically, Bear Creek undercut this area, and you get this amazing landscape. And that's what that's called when water erodes under rocks, is undercut. Look at that. Just imagine what this landscape looked way back in the day, because it wasn't like it is now. And again, I always still like looking at names on these rocks, because I always wonder who it was. Are they still around? But yeah, see, you could climb. Yeah, my knee's okay. That didn't make any popping sounds. Yeah, see the dates, 77. People must come up here and just carve and carve, spend all kind of time back in here. I don't know what that, 1950 something. Yeah, 1977, 63. Yeah, makes you wonder, where are they? You know, what were they doing here at that time? You know, were they having a blast? Were they having fun? Let's go down and we'll walk over in that direction. Just, yeah, if you come out here, just kind of be careful, especially at this time, because the leaves are making everything a little bit slippery and whatnot. I love these areas. Look at that. Cool place for kids, right? So if you were to rent that cabin, you know, you come out here and just wander. Look at that's my favorite right there, because it just looks like it's balanced. Sweet, right? It's like a newer one, 99. Yeah, see what I mean about being slick? These leaves are pretty treacherous. Check that rock. That rock's holding up that tree. That's cool. You know, I actually didn't really come to this area a whole lot as a kid. I was more in the old mill area over that way. I mean, I've been here before, but didn't spend a whole lot of time here. That's a neat view right there. If I remember, I'll pick that bottle up before I get out of here. Let's walk around. Let's walk around. Some more names. 1960. Somebody had a crush on somebody. Yeah, see how these rocks are all jumbled and they just look thrown about? That's from all the undercutting. Now, another thing we can talk about is this used to be a quarry back in the day. Now there was a lot, I'm not even gonna say a lot, there was a few more quarries in this area, but we're not talking about those ones. Let's stop that for a minute, check that out. That would have been a spot for a bear, right? He might have been in there. Wow, that's cool. See? Now can you see the bears in this area? There's a lot of places for them to hibernate, sleep, take shelter. But getting to what I was talking about, we're going to talk about Bear's Den Quarry, and that's what this area was, Bear's Den Quarry. And that was formed, I believe, in 1890. And it was a short-lived quarry. Face this out so you can see where I'm going. You don't want to look at my face the whole time. It was a short-lived quarry. I guess the stone wasn't really suitable for a lot of the structures. Now that being said, yeah, see, it just goes all over there. Now that being said, a lot of the bridges in the park, some of the structures in the park were quarried from here. So whenever you come to the park and you're crossing a bridge, or you're looking at one of the the pavilions or whatever, it came from here. Handmade. People handmade these bricks to form a lot of this stuff. That looks like a little cave up there. We got to go check that out. So yeah, that quarry was, yeah, we'll walk up there. See how you got to be careful though? These rocks and leaves, you don't slip, especially if you're by yourself. I always try to come with somebody when I'm hiking, but it doesn't always work out that way. You know, you get hurt, then you're sorry. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Almost slipped there. Cool, right? If it was raining, you could just chill back here, grab a can of Pepsi or water or whatever, and relax until the storm goes by. I want to show you guys something. There's deer over here. You see them? Right there. There's two of them right there. There's another one down there. There's three of them. That is what I'm talking about. That's freaking awesome. So, the deer are back over there. Okay. I'm going to try to be quiet while I talk. But I told you. So the quarry was short-lived. It closed, it reopened, it closed, it reopened. Yeah, they're still there. That's awesome. That's cool. That is so sweet. One of the cool facts, cool facts I think about it is there was one investor for this quarry, and he was the 25th president of the United States, William McKinley. That's right. I think that's freaking awesome. Just the history of this place is just off the wall. William McKinley, the 25th president, he was from Niles, Ohio. So, see, I told you this park has a lot of history, and there's just deer everywhere out here. This is freaking cool. We'll see if we can get a little closer down there. I don't want to spook them. But yeah, look at this. You can just this whole area. This is cool. You can just climb and do whatever. This is the area that you go, like, to feel like a kid, you know? Got some balance. You can walk across stuff like this. Still down there. Told you, a lot of wildlife through this park. Oh, now this part has algae. I don't want to slip and fall on that. But we'll keep walking. I plan on doing a little short video over here. It's getting longer than I thought, but that's cool. You guys like watching the videos, right? I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, just look at what this water done. How freaking cool is this? Right? Can you see the water coming through here and just eroding everything? I think that's spectacular. And I always, when you walk back here, you're always wondering, you know, only because I read the book, The Green Cathedral, I always wonder where he was climbing. You know, was it up this way? Was he climbing one of these? You know, I don't know. I don't know. But you can have some fun around here climbing. This is an awesome area. Oh, look at that. The cuts. Look at that. That looks to me like they pounded the bar down, and that's how they split the rock. Look at that. Man, that's freaking awesome. I'll show you the deer again because they're still over here. There's one behind that tree. See him right there? He's right there. Or she. They're going down by Bear Creek. And I'm not trying to scare them, but it's noisy back in here, especially in the fall. Look at that. It's like you're in another world back here, right? Yeah, see, they're walking. They're going through the water down there. Now, if you can catch it, I don't know about this year, but every year there seems to be a white one. A white deer out here. I'll take you over here so you can see. There they are. Right there. Look at that. We're that close. Hi. Get off that couch and get out, get some nature. I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. It's the greatest thing you can do. How awesome is that, right? And you're that close. That's awesome. Wow. Yeah, there's one there, there's one there, one up there, there's two more over there. And they're just going across the water, Bear Creek. And if you look up there, that's the other quarry. I forget the name of that quarry, but that was another quarry up there. And you can actually, if you're driving, you can actually stop over there and take a look, and you'll see the markings. You'll see the markings on the wall as well. Remember, I told you everything's hand cut. You'll be able to see the markings. Hey, how are you? How you doing? That's awesome. That's awesome. Wow. Yeah, they're all up through there. All up through there. Totally glad I was able to share that with everybody, because I'm still lucky enough where I can get out and walk through these places. I think he's blowing snot rockets over there, or she's blowing snot rockets. Yeah, hear it? I'm still lucky enough that I'm able to come out and I'm able to climb and I'm able to walk. A lot of people aren't so lucky, you know, to be able, I mean, to be able to get out in this kind of situation. So I'm glad I can share some of that with you. You know, he must hear the dogs in the back, because, or I keep saying she probably hears the dogs in the back, so she's looking. Hi. Apka dina chaho. Enjoy your day. Okay. Well, let's keep going. I guess I'm gonna cut across and we'll go back and we'll work our way back up that way. Just imagine what this looked like back in the day, because this whole area would have been a lot different. Like I said, you had your quarries here. You know, you had this quarry, you had that quarry up there. Bear Creek. Can you picture grist mills along this river? What's that? That's cool. There would have been grist mills around this whole area. There would have been blacksmiths. And that just isn't here anymore. So when I'm walking, I kind of like to remember that and try to picture it of what it might have looked like back then. And again, a lot of people were interested in Mill Creek Park. The Green Cathedral is definitely a book you want to check out. And if you go to the historical center, if you look up history, you should be able to find old pictures of the area. So that's pretty awesome. Now, being that these were quarries, you would think that they would probably want a way to bring materials in and take rocks and sandstone out, right? Well, you would be right in thinking that. Wow. Another little cave. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh yeah, see how awesome this is. Wow. So yeah, they would have had to have a means to bring things in and out of here. So not down here. Once I get up, I'll show you. There used to be train tracks going through here. Not all the way through. It would have been a spur of the track, and that was created by the Erie Railroad. And it was, let me try to cut through for, you know, kind of point in direction. See, I like these areas. That's awesome. What's going on?
Hey, how are you?
Good, good. Now there would have been tracks. I'm gonna try to get in the area. Over there's the cabin up there where we started. There would have been tracks cutting that way. Okay, but up towards I can't really show you right now because of all the boulders here. I'll get up there and I'll show you. We'll eventually get up there. Look at all these. Look at this. I mean, how long did it take them to carve those? Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, here we are. Now we can, and here I am just climbing too. I'm just climbing as well. Okay, tracks would have been over there, coming this way. And that's where that spur would have been going. And I believe, I haven't looked recently, you walk in that area, you might be able to find some old ties from that, and even some of the spikes. I haven't talked to anybody who found any of those lately. I know in the book, I know in the 70s, they found some things and put them in a historical center. So I'm sure you would still be able to find, you know, it'd be cool to find a spike. I would love to find a spike. That'd be great. I might have to do that one day. I might have to go and see if I can find one. I think that would be great. Oh. This is good. But see, you can just walk this whole area. Walk this whole area, and I think you would like it. There's another like trail that goes down, goes all along the creek. Probably find some crawfish down in there. Wow. Yeah, look at these formations, man. Check that out. That is sweet, right? That is sweet. Wow. That's awesome. That's cool, man. That is cool. Cool. Let's go down here. That algae is slick. Yeah. Yeah. So quiet too. This is pretty awesome back here, right? And like I said, I want to do a small video today. And again, this is Youngstown, Ohio, Mill Creek Park. We're in the Bear's Den area. Now, you've seen me trying to climb. You know, I wasn't doing a whole lot. I was climbing on top of some of these rocks and that. In 1989, Mill Creek Park put out a rules and regulations guide. And in those rules and regulations, it says, and I think it's 20.6, I believe, that no person shall climb, rope climb, or rappel any rocks or ravines in public park, etc., etc. Now in 2019, they revised that with, unless it is done in a designated area. This is the designated area. Bear's Den. The Bear's Den quarry area is that designated area where you can legally climb, rope climb. Now you can't put spikes in the walls or anything like that, but you can do all that without being harassed by the infamous Mill Creek Park Police. You know, every time I think of the Mill Creek Park Police, you ever watch the movie The Santa Claus, where they're in Central Park and they're talking about how mean and how bad the Central Park Police are? That's what they remind me of. You know, you'll never see a idiot speeder going 50 miles an hour through the park get pulled over, but you take a pebble or a rock from one of those, you know, these creeks, watch out. True story. True story. So yeah, I think that's pretty much where I'm gonna end my video here, because I'm gonna do some other stuff today, but I figured on my way to do what I was doing, I would stop and check this out, make a short video about it. That area is awesome, right? Wow. So I hope you liked the video. I know it seems everybody kind of likes the hiking videos, especially Mill Creek Park, and I'm so close to it, so why not? And once I put this camera down, I may or may not just do a little bit of climbing, see if I can get somewhere on some of these faces. And I think the people that actually come out here and do some climbing, they have different names for some of the spots here. Look it up. So if you're into climbing, check it out. You definitely got to check it out. Nothing big here, nothing crazy. You know, bring the kids, they can do it too as well. You know, some of the smaller stuff. But listen, if you liked the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I would definitely appreciate it. And I know we're going to do another adventure. Where that would be, I don't know. I can't tell you. But when I find out, I'm sure to let you know. Better Malanga.